Well, hello and welcome to Space Empires 5. Now, just before we get into the game, I want to let you know that I'm not stopping any of the other stuff I've been working on. I'll probably get back to Torment. It's just that that's a game that really takes, it's an RPG, so there's a lot of stuff that you just basically, I can't really just talk about playing the game or just play the game for you. I end up, there's all the story and everything. It being an RPG, it's not a light game, basically. It's a pretty heavy, intense, really have to sit down and play it to play the game. I'm still doing AZW. For those of you who are just checking out this video, if you're at all into pro wrestling, check AZW out. It's my own e-fed, or e-promotion, electronic promotion that I do with a video game. No Mercy. I use a computer-based version of it, and I have my own wrestlers. I have some YouTube people and some real wrestlers from like New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I run it just like any other promotion would. And I'm still doing that. I've just been experimenting with a few things. I was going to try out doing full shows because, again, for those of you who haven't been on the channel before, I was doing it just individual matches for each video. And I tried one Saturday super show. Well, not a super show. It was 5 matches. More or less what you'd see on an actual wrestling program. And I didn't really like the way, it took a lot more editing work than I would have liked. And it took forever to render out. So I'm going to go back to just doing individual matches. But I'm still thinking about doing just a couple of times a week instead of doing like just matches, putting them up whenever. Actually saving like, working on like 4 or 5 for Saturdays, and then about the same, 4 to 6 or so for a Wednesday show. Because there really aren't any pro wrestling shows on those nights. I figured I would try to avoid competing with real wrestling shows. At least I don't think there are. So I think I might do it that way for a little while, see how I like it. Just to kind of figure out how I want to keep doing it, but I'm not going to stop doing that. So the reason I'm doing this game, it's a strategic empire building game, Space Empires 5. It's an older game. But it's if you don't want to watch somebody basically just building a civilization from start to whenever we lose or win, you might not find this appealing. But if you're into things like Total War, but this is a slower pace. So it just depends on what you enjoy. So basically what I'm doing here is starting creating the map ahead of time so I can kind of choose where everybody starts. Which is somewhat cheating, but I like doing it this way because I don't like getting right into battles. So you can start, let's say there, Hooju. Okay. Okay, I have no idea why the hell it was doing that. So that should be the only ones the way I'm going to play this. So this basically means that this one right here will be a real heavy-duty system for contention, because that'll be the crossroads of all 4 empires here. The others will, and this one, if this if I start on this one, I'm making a fucking beeline directly for that one and just gonna choke up both of those warp points so that everybody else has to deal with me to get anywhere. That's not even right, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So I'm gonna start with high resources, 3 planets, high tech points, high racial points, low computer players. We will have neutral empires, and random. Yeah, that's fine. Player difficulty, computer player difficulty medium. No bonuses for the computer. They already have the benefit of being able to remember everything they need to do. And we're going to add a new empire. This is going to be us. Acidonia, empire type. Let's see. We're going to be... let's be the an Imperium. The title is Omicron. I think you probably know where I'm going with this one. Emperor Perseate. And let's go with Ravager. It's fine. We'll use the evil looking one there, and let's find some evil looking ships. We'll use the Batwing looking things. Race details, the name of the race. Now let's be the Acidonians. Acidonian. Yeah, Acidonians. Physical type. Techno organic. That has absolutely no impact whatsoever. None of this stuff really does. We live on rock planets and breathe hydrogen. We look remarkably like humans, but we're not. Our government... For this option, I usually go ahead and just go with oligarchy. Oligarchy. Oligarchies. Yeah, whatever the hell this is, because it doesn't change anything. And I usually go with either neutral, because it doesn't do anything, or xenophobes. We're going to do just a kill them all thing. So this increases our population loyalty by 20%, intelligent point generation by 10, and but it affects our trade, but we're not going to worry about that. Racial traits. I'm going to come straight down here to temporal knowledge. We're emotionless and mechanoids, so we don't have to worry about plagues. And advanced storage techniques, because that increases no, not that one. I'm not seeing the one that I want. Cargo space, facility space. Yeah, that is the one I want. Facility space, yeah. That gives us more room on our planets for facilities. Technology. I always go ahead and grab the colonization text so we can go ahead and just, get some temporal tech started. Get some better engines going. right from the start. I always jack up my okay, that's going to be about everything. So, yeah, I always start off with a lot of the technology already gone. Just some of the stuff that just takes forever, like the colonization. They just take so fucking long. This way, I mean, obviously the computers will do their own thing. But this way we can colonize any of the planets we come across already right from the start. We'll have better engines so our ships will move faster right off the bat. There's just lots of reasons to do it that way. Game options. I don't even remember the damn codes, but I turn on cheats just in case I want to use them. Maximum units 1,000. All computer players work together against the human. No, I don't think so. Bender is not going to kill all humans. Frequency of events, low. Severity, medium. If you leave those things on high or especially catastrophic, they can fuck the entire game up in just one completely random thing happening. And I am using the Balance mod, so it's a little bit better. And we're just going to go with Soul Survivor and begin. So first it creates things, and then it'll create, and then we can get started. And we have some more buzzing going on. I don't know why. What's with the buzzing? Stop the buzzing. I don't want buzzing. No buzzing. Have some tea. And for being an older game, I think this is a pretty good looking graphics, It's not the nicest necessarily the nicest game ever made or anything, but here we go. But I think it looks pretty nice. And as far as I know, I've got the graphics settings all the way up because this is an old enough game that I should be able to do it. Also, just a quick thing about music. I've got all the background music turned off because, most of the time on games, especially old games like this, nobody gives a damn if you play them for YouTube videos. These days, most game developers encourage people to do videos for their games because that's free advertising. Somebody sees somebody playing a game and it's like, oh, that looks like fun, I'll buy that. But sometimes the music can be an issue. The game itself, most of the time, very few developers are going to throw a hissy fit over you doing a video with their game. But music can be an issue. So I've turned the music off. Now, I am a music producer. If you're completely unfamiliar with my work and my channel, you're just brand new. So I can play some of my own music in the background if you want. Leave a comment and let me know. I do lots of different stuff. I think probably for this I'd go with some of my Halloween stuff because it's more ambient music rather than like dancey dootin' type of stuff. I work in a variety of genres, but it's mostly electronica because that's what I've got to work with. So, yeah, just let me know in the comments. So we did start off there. Holy shit. So right off the fucking bat, we are going to create some ships. Colony ship. Life support. can already get some nicer engines. What's our tonnage? Our tonnage is fine. Let's go to the lower deck. What was that one? Fuck it, we'll make one of each. Upper decks, middle decks now. We don't need these to be hugely fast. Let's go ahead and get some temporal sensors on them, though. Since that's one of the reasons I like the temporal tech, is their sensors are way friggin' better. Really early on, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them some good supply storage. There's a couple of engines on here. Cost isn't too horrible. That looks pretty good. Give it the name Acid. Call it the Crusader. And I think that's everything it needs. Create it. Yeah, that looks good. So then we can copy it. Swap that out for a nice colony. Set design name. Crusader Ice. Set design type. It's colonizer ice. Create. We haven't made any of these yet, so we can select design type, colonizer rock, because that's what kind it has. Create. We can go ahead and just copy this one now. Gas giant. Set design name. Oops. Whoopsie whoopsie. Sorry about that. Crusader gas. Create it. Oops. Crusader rock. Colonizer, why didn't that change? There we go. Just having a bit of a brain fart moment there. So we've got one that we can colonize there that's green. Green means that it's the same atmosphere type, hydrogen. So basically I think what I want to do here, let's take a look. So we've got 24,000 kilotons of facility space already full up. We can go ahead and take a look and see what we've got here. Yep. Our resources, minerals, organics, and radioactive resources. I like this one. It's a real streamlined resource. System, I guess I should say. There's only 3 resources you have to really worry about. So we're pulling in significant resources right now, right from the start, because of course we started off with. So want to go ahead and get that, or snag that one. Then we'll go ahead and do another gas one, because there's this one here as well. Then this one, we're going to go ahead and send out another. Let's just go ahead and build one of each. And we'll send those off to do some scouting / colonization. And our range on those supplies 5,000. That'll last us a little while. Some of the things about this game, I'll try to explain stuff as I'm going along. So this is where you construct stuff. Your home planets, you don't have to build anything. Your facilities are, just your facilities, like research center, because I upgraded that research right from the start. I started off with better research facilities. Your spaceport, let's see, your spaceport. I believe your spaceport's, that one sends resources back to the home worlds. So if you don't put one of those, at least one of them somewhere in a system, you don't have to have one on every planet, but you have to have at least one in each star system to get resources from that system back to your empire. These facilities, of course, are for extracting resources. Resupplies your ships when it's in system. Space yard is for building, storage is for storing stuff. And then we have some specialist things from the temporal racial trait, which gives us time warping technologies. Vacation service increases happiness, which because I use that emotionless trait. The idea, I like to go with the emotionless and mechanoid. So basically, the techno-organic race is that, the way I put it is we're not necessarily emotionless, it's just that we control our emotions. Kind of like, not necessarily Vulcan, we have no emotions, we are robots, we are pure logic, but more along the lines of, yeah, we can have a good laugh, but we're not going to get all mopey just because things aren't perfect. And this one adds 6% to combat attack for all ships and units in the system, which is nice for if we can get to that system, bum rush it and take that system, where pretty much all of our fucking combat will take place to start with. That'll be a good one for there. I think one of the things we'll do, since we've got this one right here, let's see, are these all pretty much the same? No, this one has really good boost on all of them. Let's see what this one has. Not as good. So we've got this one here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of... I could have done more. So the research centers. I'm going to get rid of the research centers on this one. Maybe not all of them. I'll leave a couple of them alone. So, that's because we've started off with 3 home worlds. I usually go for 3 or 5. One is a bit iffy. But the reason I'm doing that is because we can go ahead and get these mineral scanner, hybrid echo farms, and radioactive collider, which boosts all the production on the planet by 10% at their base level. You can also get ones later on that affect the entire system and give up to a 50% boost. I think it is. So it's always good to leave a few spots open for techs that you'll get later on and upgrades you can get later on for that sort of stuff. Always very important to do that. But for now, that's 3... which will take up most of the space. And for now, we can just go ahead and throw a couple more, another mineral miner and another organics facility in there. Radioactives, you don't end up with a really huge draw or drain on your resources unless you use certain ship components, but actually that'll be important for us because most of the temporal technologies use up a lot of radioactives. See? So yeah, just a little bit of strategy there. So I think we're gonna have a really productive first turn. We might want to go ahead and get some mining things going on here. I'm not sure if we can mine yet or not. Let's see what we can do here. Yep, we got farmers, but they are massive. And I like to be able to do it to where you can do all three. So, oh. They have to go on the outside. So between that... put on one engine. Bridge. Support crew quarters. Right, so that gives us a mining ship. And we probably should stick some armor on it, because it'll be going into... asteroid area. That'll just keep it from being destroyed too easily. It's a miner or ship mine layer, no. We'll just say remote farming. And the name will be the... nah. Firewalker, I like that. It goes into asteroid belts to collect resources. One movement. Okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and throw another engine on here. I think we had enough room for one more. That gives us 3 movement. That's not too bad. We don't need these things to be fast. They're just mining ships, but... okay. And we'll go ahead and... not that one. We got one to start with. 3. So... this is 4, wasn't it? 1 in here. Nope, there's another one. And another one. So, about 3 in each one. There we go. Oh, and we can do research, of course. So, where do we want to apply our research? Well, one of the first things we're going to want is mines. And I already snagged the warheads, I believe, for level 1, so we don't really need to worry about that. Could do some research into temporal weapons. Actually, I think that should benefit us there. That'll take a long time to get done, but oh well. Yeah. Let's see. The last 10% into time tech for now. So we'll be able to get mines real quick. Then we can apply that other research to something else. Of course, we'll have a lot more research points this turn. After this, it'll break off a lot. 4, 5. So there's 4 other players. So we got construction, and we've opened up mines. And dropped down a lot as far as construction. Where are you? Yeah, we don't need any robotic stuff yet. The reason why you want to get mines real quick in this game is because early on they make the best defense against encroachment. You just mine the warp points, and then you're good to go for a while. There's mine sweeping stuff, so yeah, right there. So we've got our mines, and do not need any more research into mines right now. Now actually is a good time to really stop and think about what we want to put money into. Because it's one of those things that you can either spread yourself thin and not get anything done for a long time, but you'll research a lot of different things, or you can focus. Now, I always put at least some of my research into all of these things. Research itself, obviously, because the more research, or the better your research facilities, the faster you research stuff. I'm probably going to put about 5%, 6%, I guess, into temporal weapons, just so we're having a steady stream of weaponry research going on. We've already got improved engines. The contra-terrene engines are pretty good. I think I'll probably go ahead and sink some research into getting the next level of engines, though. And one more turn before we have our ships built, and then we can start expanding. Yep, we've got our Crusaders all built. Our first one right here. Can colonize this one. Where are you? Colonize. Yay! And we've got ourselves a nice planet here, 18,000 kilotons. Not as good as our home planets, but not bad. And we do not need another spaceport. As you see, spaceport automatically transports all resources and points from this system to the Acidonia Imperium. So it's system-wide. We've already got one there. We don't need to worry about it. So our rating for here is 138% mineral, 77% organic, and 51% radioactives. That's the percentage of production rate. So this one would be good for some mineral resources, which is actually the thing we need least. So, since this one has 122 rate on that, that one's 121. I'm tempted to actually get rid of all these, or some of these mineral mining facilities, and go with radioactives there. Boost that, because like I said, the radioactives for temporal technology is our big drain, one of them. Minerals will be as well, but not as bad. And we don't need another resupply depot. Having another space yard is usually a good idea. We don't need either of those. So This one, right now, we'll just focus on minerals. We can get that mineral scanner. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Get a couple of research centers. Get a couple of intelligence centers just to have some intelligence points going on. That's for sabotage and intelligence. And we can start pimping out this particular area. And this one, this is another gas one, yeah. So go to colonize this one. And it's just going to start taking off. And this one, we can tell to go warp itself. And that's pretty much everything for this turn. You know, again, this is more of, it's a civilization building game. It's more strategic. And we've got our first firewalker constructed, which is good. We can go ahead and send that down here to... Actually, you just send them down to move. And... see, it's only 66% on minerals, but really high on the other two, so... See, we're producing some halfway decent organics and mineral production there. That's always good. It's just funny noises. And we have another Crusader. Warp. Go warp yourself. Firewalker. No. What ship is without orders? Oh. Let's see, where is it? Just Sentry. The Sentry order basically just tells it to just sit there and not do anything. Well, it's doing something. It's acting as a sentry, but in this case, it's just to keep it from telling me every single damn turn that there's a ship without orders, which gets irritating. Sentry. So see this one, now this one's producing some of each resource for us. And we have our first foray out into the wider galaxy, and unfortunately this looks to be a fairly barren system, so let's just kind of move out into the system a bit. Huge asteroid belt here. Provide some nice resources later on, maybe. Yeah, ooh, good grief. 265% organics. 214% radioactive. 236 radioactive. 286 on organics. Wow. 233 on radioactives. Whoa. 284. Wow. Almost 300% organics. Excellent. Just have to take one of colonize one of those planets and get a supply depot, or not a supply depot, but a spaceport on. So we've got a new colony, and we've got a couple of ships, and we've got the hybrid echo farms constructed, which means our organics should be up a bit more. So let's see, this is our new, no, that's the old one. Go ahead and get that one over there. Here's our new one. So this one only has 12,000 space. Really shitty radioactives production. Pretty good organics. So we'll go ahead and, again, we don't need a spaceport, but a yard is always good. Don't need the depot. We get a farm there, and about, go for 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. So that leaves a little bit of room for growth later on, but it'll be giving us some organics since that's what it's gonna be good at. Another Crusader. Go ahead and send this one to this warp point. How is this thing doing on its supplies? Barely even eaten into them so far. Go ahead and move over here. Scout out that whole... See what I mean about the better sensors? Don't have to spend forever exploring those systems. I can just see the whole thing is really easy. And we're up to our first jacketed photon engine, level 1. That's excellent. You can drop that down a bit. Take a long time to get that all the way done, but now we've got the first level of it. That's the important thing, because that'll provide just a little bit of extra movement. So the thing now to decide is, what do we want to focus on for now? Because there's lots of different paths we can take. Shields would be good to have, but for right now, I mean, we're really focusing on expansion and building up the quality of our colonies. Sorry. So I think I might go ahead and pop that back up a bit, so we can keep getting better engines and speed things up. Yeah, I think probably go ahead and maybe throw a couple more % into temporal technology, because that's taking a long time at this point, but no real robotics. That one could be good, because robotics can be useful. We're starting to spread thin here a bit, but once we have the second level of the engines, I'll go ahead and pull back on the research and put that all into the engines and get those a bit faster. Yeah. And we should be having some more, research centers will be built in a little while. That's what we should go ahead and build here, is just a couple more of those. Oops. Oh well. Not the end of the world. See what this one's pulling in for us. Not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. Go ahead and tell it to just perform as a sentry. We can go ahead and take this one and send it forward to there. Could have sworn I told this thing to head for the warp point, but maybe it didn't. Doesn't matter. Basically, the idea will be to, well, we're scouting ahead, of course, but there's two ways to play it. I'll probably use at least one of these guys to just seriously push ahead. That was a serious hit to minerals, but now we're really getting a lot more radioactive, so in the long run that'll be beneficial. So we got here, go ahead and push right out into the middle. This one hasn't gotten anywhere yet. Because remember the goal here, since we did manage to start in the absolute perfect spot for starting off, right over here, we want to try and make a beeline to that one that was like right up here, that system. We had another of our firewalkers get built. That one was heading towards this one, I think, so move to that. Go ahead and pop another turn. Yeah, early on, you know, things just take a while in this game. That's just the way it is. I sent that one there. So now we've got space yard, mineral scanner, firewalker, so we should be seeing some improvement all across the board on all of our stuff that's being produced. Let's see, that was the big one right there. Alrighty, so we've got, I think that is probably one that's so yeah, that looked like one that didn't have anything else in it. So where was that other ship? Let's go ahead and cancel orders for now. I want to explore that system before I decide to send any more ships there or not. Because that one's looking like it may not have any warp points out, in which case we don't need to send anything else there. This one got another warp point there. Go ahead and move over here. We got 2 warp points here. Let's go ahead and go with that one. Oh, I saw a green planet in there. That'll be cool. But so far, yeah, I'm thinking that this one doesn't have any warp points out, so that is why I did not send anyone there. Because we need to push out, and I really need to be building some more colony ships, actually, to keep pushing out. It's like this one has... Yeah, again, not making a huge amount off of each one of those individually, but overall, every little bit helps. Alrighty, let's see here. What do we got? 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 So we got this dude here. He can be a sentry. Not making very good stuff there at all, really. And yep, this one there are no... And it's only medium planet, not great. Really does look like they're showing another warp point out of there, but it isn't there. There isn't one there. Isn't that the one that I just told to go? Yeah, and yeah, unfortunately, a lot of this, or the early game in this, is just waiting for things to get places. Bad. Sentry in the turn. Nope. Yes. Warp. Because remember, what we're trying to do here is find that one system. Once we've found that one, we know that that's the only way in and out of our territory, as long as nothing else spawned in the same area as us. But at this point, I feel fairly confident that anything we come up against, we should be able to deal with. So we've got the next phase of the engines there, so we can finally drop that down. I don't want to drop it down quite that much. Go ahead and get the research back up where it was. And let's see. Should help us move things along faster. Where's a good place to just apply some research? Industry can be good. Computers can be good. Robotics can be good. go ahead and sink that into construction for robotics, because that can be helpful. Player 5 is probably a neutral empire, that they don't do much of anything. You see why I added in those supply things? So we can be certain to get well afield from where we were starting from, you know, our home worlds. Exploration. Oh, looks like we might have another dead end here. Dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end. Another green planet, another tiny window, another small. Well, this one's tiny, the other one was medium. That's okay. No harm, no foul. We're just explorers looking to see what is out there to see. There was another green one. I thought, no, same one. So we got some more warp points here. Probably should go ahead and make sure. More. Should probably be putting together a mine layer to start sending forward. That'd be a good idea. And yep, another dead end. So we should be getting pretty close to finding the one that branches off. I could have sworn it. Was it this one? Is this bizarre? Because I'd swear that that shows that there's another. Warp. It must just be the edge of the star touching one of the little graphical star things there. That's just really weird, though. May have been that one that pops off. Damn, that's going to take a little while. Wells. Getting shit done. Oh, it's gonna do the mine layer. Fuck. Oh well. Kinda sleepy. Got this sucker moving on. This one now knows that it is, in fact, a dead end. This is a gas, and that is ice, of course. So not only is it that, it's the wrong kind of damn colonizing ship. Oh well. So let's create a mine. A small mine, it's all we need. And could get away with just doing one warhead, but we might as well go with that. It's a mine. a regular mine. The name of the mine will be the Wrecker. Sure, why not? Create that fucker. And another ship. It's a small freighter. Bridge on it. Export down. 95 movement points, 85. So a little bit better. Some engines. Some supply on it. Some armor on it just in case. Some sensors on the sucker. Mine layer up front, since that's what it's going to be doing. X-ray laser. Okay. Side of the, you don't have to put anything in any order whatsoever. If you actually use the autocomplete thing over here, it will just fill it in, you know, row by row, which is kind of goofy. Mine ship, mine layer, design name, let's pop down here. Retribution, nah. Spoiler. Yeah, I'd say a spoiler is a good name for a mine layer. Oh. Oh. Needs more cargo hold space. That's not enough. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and throw on a couple more engines, I think. That alarm thing is really irritating. Okay, that gets us up to a movement of 7. So we can actually get this damn thing moved. Let's see. Spoiler, it has 840 kilotons of space, so we could have up to 84 mines on this sucker. Which won't take that long. One. And we can just, as I said, start moving that up. Once we have that one area, we can just throw down some mines on each of the warp points. I remember there being 2. Might go ahead and make a couple of these and take 2 full loads of mines up. That will be cool. Yes. I mean, this early in the game, the idea is basically just to make it difficult for the other empires to make any encroachment into your area, into your turf, onto your turf. Okay. So go ahead and go and colonize that ship, or that planet. Oh, That's what I'll send him to do. I don't know if if it took that order or not. I have to see. Oh, goody. Wow. And it messed up its engines. Of all the fucking stupid ass. And of course that's an ice one, not a rock one. Mother. Well, let's go ahead and upgrade these. I'm sorry I'm not talking enough. I guess it's just kind of early in the morning, and for the most part I'm just doing stuff. All I did was I improved the engines and then made the old design obsolete. That's all there really was to that right there. Most of the stuff in this game is really self-explanatory. I mean, I know I'm not really explaining things. Some things I probably could point out to you if you want to play it. This is where you come up with your designs. Obviously, you can simulate battles and stuff if you need to down here, or ground battles over here. See, you know, upgrading was exactly like I just did. You just click on the upgrade, it brings up the old design. You switch out anything that needs to be upgraded. Like some of it is automatic. Like if you know you have a design and you haven't upgraded it for like a long time, and you've got like all your components are have leveled up because you've done more research on that technology, you hit the upgrade button, it'll do that automatically for anything that's got a better version that you've researched. Something like the engines, I had to remove the old versions of the engines and put on the new style of engine because they were different technology. Here, this is a system list, planet list, colonies list, ship list. You know, like I said, most of this stuff is just real self-explanatory. It's like I hit that one, that'll upgrade all facilities for all of the colonies. Of course, don't really have anything to upgrade at this point. Crown here shows our output. You know, right now we're doing just fine on everything. We haven't encountered anybody else, so there's nothing to look at there. There's no intelligence things to do. Research is going okay. We're almost done with the robotics thing there. Ships, we only have a few ships to look at. We don't have any fleets. Systems, this just shows you where all the stuff is. You know, everything, really. So we've got our one, unfortunately, fucked up ship there. And we've got our two that are moving out. So, and I was going to go ahead and get a couple of new ships building that would be faster. And I got to running my mouth at you and forgot what I was doing. Dumbass. Oh wells. I'm going to be cutting the episode off here pretty soon. Oh, we've built our first spoiler. Yeah. Alright, so we've got... robotics is good, is done. So we can start putting some research into robotics here pretty soon. Try and refresh my memory here on exactly what robotics does. It increases your output on building things. Not hugely important at this point. So I think what I'll do now is... let's see, we don't need military science yet. Maybe planetary engineering, that could be useful. Astrophysics has some good stuff under it, I believe. Stellar harnessing can be useful. You could go ahead and put a little bit of spinning into armor. And go ahead and do physics. Get shields. Everything else is progressing pretty good. Be a while before anything else is completed, though, if I don't go ahead and consolidate some of these research projects. But let's see, gonna go ahead and do this button right here, takes up cargo. Use this to select the amount. Wreckers, we're full up on cargo, 840 kilotons. And we can start moving this sucker forward, and we're not really sure where we're going to go, but we know we need to get up to at least here. I'm kind of thinking that it was this one that popped off this way, so let's go ahead and just send him to this warp point. Maybe that's how I'll end this video. It's been a long one so far, but see if I can find that one system before I turn it off. That'll be a fitting end, is finding our little choke point system that we were very happy to find that we were going to have. And I yet again forgot to start constructing a couple more. Ay, 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 ay. Ships, Crusader. Let's see. One of each again. What's their speed on this? 5, that's it. Just one extra point. Oh well. If you're wondering why I'm kind of being cheap, I mean, it is kind of cheap what I'm doing. It's just because the AI can be so damn rough in this game. I mean, they make no mistakes. I mean, it is really plotted out extensively, it seems like. Maybe instead of actually going up to that choke point, I'll just find the one that goes to it, and then I'll just dump my mines there. I think that's probably what I'll do. That'll leave me with quite a few systems to work with, and then that'll just leave the 3 other empires to all fuck each other over, while I just kind of turtle up. Which, you know, you might go, oh, that's no way to fight a game, but this isn't a fighting game. It's not a war game like Total War, where most of the emphasis is going to be on Well, I mean, you can play it as a diplomatic game if you want, and obviously, at some point, we are going to have to venture forth and kill. And with our temporal technology, we will be in a pretty good position to do that. But before we get to that point, there's a ton of stuff we need to research and build. So the best thing to do at this point is to turtle up and just really defend. You know? Ouch. So let's see. Where was that? Here. Where did we have that colony at? Right here. Right. It's only 6,000 kilotons. Jesus. Alright, gotta have a spaceport. Gotta have a supply depot. Gotta have a space yard. What else? It is shitty on resource production, so... not really any point in building anything there. Other than our essentials for having a presence in this system. So, let's see, we got the gas one there. Let's see, what do we got available here? Go ahead and colonize there, I think. And keep pushing forward. We're gonna find that system, damn it. And we're gonna dump our minds on the warp point to that system, like I said, and that's gonna be our choke point. Instead of trying to control the path between all the different interconnected regions of this part of the galaxy, we're going to leave that pathway open. So we're not getting hammered from all directions by everybody. We're just going to leave that open and then make sure they can't get into us, though. Okay, one ship is without orders. This one. Move into the sector. Let's see what's there. We need to know what's there. It is a moral imperative. Or maybe just a strategic imperative. Yay. Although it's kind of looking like this one is another one. Nope, there's another warp point right there. I bet that's the one that one pops up there. We will find out. Gas 2. What was the one that just took off? Gas 2. What the hell did I accidentally... I didn't do one for each, I did it for... Okay. It's not intentional. We have a nice big planet we can colonize there. Cancel orders. Colonize it. Don't attack it. Colonize it. Ay, 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 ay. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit. Some straight up bullshit. Alrighty, so. And, yep, that's the one. So this one, dude, you are just coming straight fucking back. And this is a really great one to turtle up on too. Launch. And now we have Minds in Space. And you... Ice. That's another gas one. Ice, ice, ice. Gas giant large. Gas giant small. There's a small ice world, so we can colonize that one right quick. And, well, we found that system and we have mined the entrance to it. So we are implementing our strategy to leave that thoroughfare, that highway through the stars, available to whoever wants to try and claim it, because we're not going to be stupid and do what I initially said, which would be to basically have everybody trying to knock on our door saying, can we come through please? We want to kill those guys over there, but you're in the way. I don't want to be in their way. I want to give them free passage to go kill each other. So I'm just going to make sure they can't come in and kill me instead. What I feel is probably a good idea. Go ahead and get all of our stuff that we've been messing around with completed here. Start setting up a supply line all the way back and forwards through our territories here. New colony though. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, it looks like 10, 11 possibly. And of course this is the one that got fucked up. No, you can cancel those orders. And then you can just go colonize this one. It looks like we might get another one over here too, one or two more over here. So that's a pretty good selection of systems to colonize. There's an ice. We don't have any. It's a gas giant. It's a gas giant. That's a nice one. Yeah, basically what we're doing here, or what we're going to do here now is just consolidate and try and get at least one colony in each of those different systems, with the supply depot, the main one is a supply depot and a spaceport, so we can send resources back to the homelands, the home system. 1,000, not great, not bad. Resupply depot, spaceport. What do we got here? Pretty damn good organics, not very good on anything else. Not too horrible on minerals, not very good on radioactives. So after those three, we'll probably pop in a couple of organics. Just some organic stuff there. Good. Where is old Rocky here? But is that one? It looks like that ship's engines have just been completely wiped out. I need to figure out if that's what happened, in which case that's a problem, because I don't have the capacity to make a repair ship right now. I don't think. All the damn things to get damaged on it. It had to be the fucking engines. Yep, pretty much. And I do not have the capacity to make a supply ship, so... or a repair ship, I should say. Space yards. Okay. Industry. Repair right there. Get that done pretty quick. Two. Let's just go ahead and push this fool forward. It'll take him a while to get up there. We should have that repair bay available. Either this turn or the next one, we can make a repair ship. Send out to repair that damn colony ship that got jacked up by the asteroids. Fool. You bloody fool. And we've got some armor tech. Repair there. I don't think we really need to keep putting research into that for now. Stick that into the engines. I'll be finishing up this pretty soon, folks. Just, you know, trying to consolidate, figure out where everything is and what I'm going to be doing. Get that repair bay made available so I can come up with a repair ship and send out. That going. No longer need that there. Go back to working on physics. And no. Yeah, just make a new ship. Freighter. Frigate's way too small. Yeah, Engines, 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 engines. We'll go ahead and do some sensors. Do some combat sensors. Do some light armor. Put 4 engines in. One decent weapon in there. Defense cannon. Some supplies. Alrighty. So this is basically a combat repair ship. Really basic. What's the name? Equalizer. Nah. Tracker? Nah. Yeah, sure, why not? Equalizer it is. And we have our first military combat vessel. Yeah, something like that. Not a whole lot of capacity there, but it has a little bit of defensive capabilities. It has some ability to deal damage, and most importantly, it can get out and repair something if it's been damaged. So get a laser combat repair ship. And of course, the nice thing about it is that we'll be able to upgrade those ships throughout the rest of the game. You know, that's a freighter rather than a military vessel. Eventually we'll be able to actually take that and upgrade it into a military grade hull with military everything to it. And that'll make it a much better ship. If we can just keep the same name, just upgrade the damn thing. That's really the kind of the fun of this sort of game for me. A lot of it is just the progression. 10 fucking turns to get there. Shite. Shite and bollocks. Oh well. Shite happens. Then you die. But, I think we're at a good place to stop now. See if anything happens here, like a colony pops up or something. I think everything's going pretty good. We just went up to tech level 2 in temporal weapons. That friggin' figures. But, oh well. Go ahead and save the game here. And we'll call this the YouTube Empire. Save, and I'll see you on the next one, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and share and leave comments and stuff. Especially, you know, it's been a while since I talked about it, the music. If you want me to have music playing in the background for those times when I just kind of go quiet on you. Or not. If you'd rather just have, you know, this as it is. And, yeah, comments if you'd like me to explain any more of the stuff, because like I said, if you want to check the game out, most of this stuff is self-explanatory. It's not a complicated game. I'm pretty sure you can get this on Steam. I wouldn't swear to it. I'm not sure that it's available anymore. Actually, it is a fairly old game, but you might be able to find it somewhere. And I recommend it if you like strategy, civilization, Civi Builder type games. So, yeah, like I said, but if you've never seen the game before and you have no way of, if it really is not available anymore, then I guess this is going to be how you can be exposed to the game. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, hit that like button. Don't forget to share the video and leave comments and subscribe so you'll know when I put new stuff up. I'll see you later. Bye.